Hey,
Okay.
everybody. We are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wellness for Wealth TV. Your host, Natalia Edelman. I'm so excited because we have a very special guest, Chitra Rochlani. She is a weight loss and body transformation coach. And we actually met at BIG, which stands for Believe, Inspire, Grow. It's a women's empowerment organization. And we're actually launching in the UK next week. So I'm super pumped. But Chitra is in New Jersey. She's joining us from New Jersey. And I can't wait to talk about this topic, which is all about how to find this missing link in your fitness so that you can get the results that you want to see. Now, if anyone was listening to or was on my email list, you guys knew that I confessed a little something. And that confession was I've gained like over 20 pounds since COVID happened. And I was just looking at my phone just to make sure we were live. But yeah. And I know that I am not alone. And I know that that's okay because we have the power to just make this choice, make the shift, make the transformation. And so that's why I'm really excited to have Chitra here because she literally helps women with this and men probably, but mostly women with just women.
Women.
She helps women with this every day, and she's had some incredible results. And I've personally met people that have had results with her, and it's just incredible. So you guys know that before we get into it, I always like to let our guest speaker kind of introduce themselves, let us know how they got here. So Chitra, let us know, weight loss and body transformation coach, like what is your journey? Because I know that it's incredible.
Oh, thank you so much, Natalia, for having me here. I am so excited to be talking to you today. One of my favorite people from Believe, Inspire, Grow that I met. I love your energy and I always love your positivity and love chatting with you all the time. So hi, everybody. I am Chitra Rochlani. I am a weight loss and body transformation coach, like Natalia said, and I fell into this through my own weight loss journey of losing 80 pounds. I've been someone who struggled with weight all my life. Ever since I was a kid, I was a chubby little kid, and I've probably joined my first gym when I was 16. I tried my first diet when I was around the same age. And I've tried, a bazillion other programs that are out there promising you that quick fix, gimmicky, you're going to lose weight with this, and this is going to be the ultimate solution that you ever need. And then I lose the weight and I'm like, I did it. And then a few months or a few, years later, it's like back again with interest. And I'm like, holy crap, like, what did I get myself into? So that roller coaster of yo-yo dieting is very familiar to me. But in 2014, I finally lost 80 pounds. And I think that was when I was at my heaviest and, my lowest point in terms of emotional, that roller coaster. And I decided that I was done. I wasn't going to do any more diets. I wasn't going to do any more of these gimmicky, promises. And I was just going to work out because I enjoyed that. And I was going to eat as clean as I wanted to, as I knew how to. And then I joined this program out of frustration because it was New Year's Eve. I had nothing to wear. And my friend was like, well, there's this gym that's doing a 15-pound and 30-day challenge. Like if you do it, you lose the weight, you'll get your money back. And I was like, I promised I wouldn't do another one of these, but I have nothing to wear. The hand-me-downs look horrible on me. All right, let's do it. So I signed up and it was the most life-changing experience of my life. Because they not only focused on teaching you how to eat clean, but understanding why you're doing what you're doing and, working on the mindset, which I think before that, nobody else had worked with me on mindset. So that was the biggest shift for me, change, win the mind, win the body. That's my motto, So it has to start from up here.
Yeah. Yeah. That is such an amazing, amazing journey. And I know that there's a lot of people that are watching. And guys, if you are watching, say hello, I like to be interactive. So if you do have questions, ask away. But there's so many people that can relate to your story, especially myself. I mean, yo-yo, and coming to a point in your life where you hit that lowest emotional point, it usually ends up being where you're your heaviest. Like that was me when right before I left corporate. And it's all connected. And that's why I love taking that holistic wellness approach, because it's not just, you know, the body, it's the food you eat, it's the water you drink, it's the relationships you have, it's the job you have. Like, it's so much.
Yep.
And I think the one thing that a lot of people say is like, well, I know that I need to eat well. I know that I need to drink water. I know that I need to be exercising every day, but how do I do it? Like, what is that? Is there like a click, or is there like, what are your thoughts on that if someone says that to you?
Yeah, it's so true what you're saying. Everything's tied in, right? How we feel about our body, it comes from what we eat. It comes from how we move. It comes from what our emotional state is. And right now with COVID, a lot of us are suffering. I was talking to a few women earlier today, and we were talking about this whole burnout that is happening to all the women that I know that were strong and who went into like go mode when COVID happened. We were like, all right, we gotta act because we don't know what else to do. So we took action. Like, I took my whole business virtual. I know you've done the same. Like, we've made transitions, and we've gotten to a point where, okay, we were there for everyone else and we showed up and we did our work. And now suddenly it's like, oh my God, I'm burning out. So I think it was like a grieving period, this whole COVID, and everybody reacted differently, right? Some people went into shock immediately and they were like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to eat because it makes me feel good. I'm just going to load up on the wine because it makes me feel good, and everybody copes differently, right? So when people tell me that, I know what to do, I just can't get myself to do it, there's usually, a deeper reason. So I try to work with them on finding out that why. Like, why does it matter to you to be healthy? Do we just want to do it because everybody says we should do it? Like, what is the real reason that being healthy and being fit and being in shape is important to you? When you have that strong reason, like, people will tell me, my clothes don't fit, so I want to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, what does that mean? And she's like, I had a client recently, I was talking about this, and she goes, I feel frumpy. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And she goes, well, I go into these board meetings. She's in the corporate world. And she's like, it's all filled with men. And I don't feel confident when I speak up in front of them because I'm not my best self. And I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And I'm like, why is that confidence important? So then she talks about how, like, because it's a world of men, if she's not in shape and if she's not commanding the room and she's not coming, through with that confidence, it's not, there's no way she can make it past a certain level in her corporate career. So now I'm like, okay, this is huge. Let's tap into that, right? So now I want to tell her, and we had this conversation about nutrition, and I was talking to her about exercise, and I'm telling her how you should give up sugar because sugar is so bad and it's not good for you in any way. And she goes, but I love my sugar in my tea. I'm like, do you love the sugar, or do you love being able to command that authority in the boardroom? What do you love more? And now suddenly there's like a shift happening, right here, that click. And it's like, yeah, I can give up sugar. I'm like, you're telling me you want to go in front of a room full of men and speak up, but you can't give up sugar? I mean, come on. And then, like, challenging them a little bit to kind of see their own strength and see their own power. I think that's where we derive that strength and that determination from. Because, I mean, think about the things that you want to do in life, right? Sometimes, like, I know that I need my girlfriend time. And if I have a Zoom call set up with my girlfriends, I will get the dinner done. I will get everything done. I'll put the kids to bed. I'll make everything happen so that I can make that time happen because I value it, right? So it's about making that mindset shift, finding a strong why, and then, using that to then create a plan that works for you. Because, yeah, like you said, everyone knows what we're supposed to do. It's not rocket science. You're supposed to eat clean. You're supposed to move your body. You're supposed to drink more water. You're supposed to, manage your stress. Like, all of those things we know, but we need that drive. We need that strong why. And then we need to use that to get there.
I love that. I love how you go into the why deep. Like, I use this tool called the 7 layers of why. And it's kind of like that thing. It's like you ask, okay, why do you want to do this? And then it's like, okay, well, tell me why that's important. And I actually learned it from Dean Graziosi, but it was just such a powerful exercise, because usually your first response is just, like you said, it's just the surface.
Yeah.
And if you just kind of just write down why, until you get to that, oh my God, like that's why. Like,
Yeah. And that why has to be strong enough for you to then, look at the challenge in front of you and be like, oh, this is nothing compared to how I'm going to feel when I'm in there, commanding that room. Like it's empowering. And I think that's the key. Like you have to come at weight loss or, transforming your body from a place of empowerment. You can't come at it from a place of, I hate my body. I hate the way I look. And you know what they say, like, you can't hate yourself then. You have to love yourself into it.
yeah, and it's like that language too, like being aware of the language and how you speak to yourself, and if you use these words like, oh, I hate this and I hate that, it's like it's just that much more harder to get your mindset into it, and develop that strong mindset, because it really all starts with acceptance and love, right? And we've got Sakshi, we've got Deborah, we've got Neil. Hey guys.
Yeah, if anybody wants to share their why in the comments, we'd love to hear that.
Oh, challenge. Who wants to take that challenge? So do you think that's the missing link? Like, I know we were taught, like, that's the whole kind of theme for this. Like, how do you find that missing link in your fitness efforts, to get the results that you want? Or is it more of like that?
I think there's, a couple of things to it. One is obviously finding a strong why and, finding a reason to do it, right? A reason that's strong enough to keep you going. The other thing I find is that, unfortunately, the fitness world has made it so hard to understand what we're supposed to be eating and how we're supposed to be, nurturing and nourishing our bodies, because there's so much confusion out there. There's so much misinformation out there. And I think it's important to understand, and work with somebody who knows what they're doing in that sense, because I know that, as someone who had tried so many different diets, I had multiple concepts in my head about how to lose weight. Cutting calories was one of them. Cutting out carbs was another one, and I starved myself many times to lose weight, and that was not the healthy way to do it. It was not the right way to do it. And now I know better. And the minute I knew better, I knew I had to pay it forward, and I had to teach people how to do this. So understanding, like, there's the knowledge piece of it. There's the reason, the motivation, the inspiration, why you want to do it. Then there's the knowledge, and then there's the tools of how you make it happen. Right. So I would say those are the three things that can help you identify your missing link. Like you could be having a strong why and you've just kind of fallen off the wagon right now because of COVID, because of being home, you're moving less and you're, eating more comfort foods. And it may not be such a big struggle for you to get back on the wagon if you have a strong why in place already. You kind of know what to do, but maybe you need some accountability and tools. For someone else, it might be that they just have no clue what they're supposed to eat because they're so confused with all the, media marketing out there about, like, should I be giving up sugar? Should I be giving up gluten? Should I be giving up fat? Should I be giving up, like, what am I supposed to be doing? It's so confusing. So they don't have the knowledge. And for some people, they just don't have that, inspiration in the beginning. So having the inspiration, the knowledge, and the tools, I think all those three tie in together. So really kind of sitting down and identifying, like, start with your why. Do I know why this is important? Like if it's a motivation issue, if you know what to do and you've done it in the past and it's worked, then you need to understand why you're not motivated and dig deep a little bit on there. If you, don't have the knowledge, like even when it comes to movement, right? We do a lot of these online classes, but are you really pushing yourself during those workouts? Are you using the right form when you're moving? Or are you just going through the motions, and just calling it a workout and feeling happy that you did it? Because unfortunately, there is a lack of efficiency in a lot of the workouts. And if you're not pushing yourself, then you're really kind of telling yourself the story that, yeah, I did it, but did you really challenge yourself? Because unfortunately, as women, our bodies go through so many changes over the years, and we have to keep on top of it by continuously challenging ourselves. It's just accepting the fact that, okay, I'm a woman, my body's going to change over the years. And what am I going to do to stay on top of it? Right.
Yeah.
So that's, and then of course, when it comes to tools and accountability, I always say, find an accountability partner Or, if you really can't find anybody, hire a coach whose, number one interest is to keep you on track. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or if you have a buddy that is struggling equally and you keep each other on track, it doesn't have to be paying somebody to do it. But if you can find someone who will hold you accountable, who will text you in that, in the AM, be like, all right, I'm going to get my workout. And are you going to? Or find the same YouTube video and do it together, and things like that. So definitely a combination of all of those three things.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it was for me, I had woken up, I can't even remember, but I was like, okay, enough's enough. And then, like you said, you kind of dig, and you're like, okay, what is going to actually make me get up and do this? And I found some, you kind of go back, because I found something that worked for me, and I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. We started to put together a little home gym, which I see that you have. I'm so jealous of your home gym, by the way. Oh my God, Chitra has the best home gym, and you just put that together for COVID, right? Through COVID.
Well, yeah, a lot of it. So the two machines, I had my treadmill always, and then these. Do you see those white, the white weights there? Yeah. We made those weights. My husband made those with cement and like containers. And we bought the machine that's back there, and then the bench we bought during COVID. But you got to make it work. You got to make it happen. And I have boys in my family, all boys, so they need heavy weights and stuff. So we kind of built from scratch, and then we created a little space.
Yeah, and I think the best part, like especially for people who don't have the space at home, like your body weight is such, like your own body is amazing to do, like to create incredible transformation, like even just a plank every day is like you're activating every single part of muscle of your body. But so there is something for everyone wherever 100%. Stage you're at. And I think that's what it's so fun to listen to you, because you meet people where they're at and you understand what's going to drive them personally. It's not like a blanket cookie cutter approach. And I don't know if you guys have a chance to go to Chitra's website, she's got some recipes there too.
Yeah, and it's true. It's you don't need a whole lot of equipment. So when I teach my virtual boot camps online, a lot of people don't have a lot of equipment. They have some basic weights, like 3s, 5s, 8s, things like that. And then over time, they've picked up some new stuff. But we use a lot of body weight exercises, and you don't really need a whole lot of stuff. So that's, it's like you said, your own body weight is enough. You just have to know and get creative with how you use it.
Yeah, and it's really just the lifestyle change, right? Like it's getting to know like how you see yourself, who you want to be, like, with your example of the woman who wants to be confident in the boardroom and like really stand in her power and empower herself. That, when you were talking about the okay, well, let's think about, are you going to let, are you going to let yourself be authoritative over your choices around the food you eat and like putting sugar in your tea and all these things? And it's like, no, I can do this. Like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And it's for my own well-being. And I'm sure she feels much better in the boardroom, and that's going to skyrocket her career. And that's why I'm so passionate about this Wellness for Wealth movement, because I think if we all could spend a little time just going inward and really focus on those areas, and of course the ones that matter are, well, they all matter, but how you feel, that has a lot to do with, like you said, what you eat. Are you drinking enough water? Which, by the way, like, how much water are you supposed to drink a day?
So my motto, I'll show you. I have my half gallon here, but my motto is a gallon a day keeps the fat at bay.
Oh, I like that. That's
So, but with awesome. That, I would just add, I would just say that, if a gallon sounds like crazy to you right now, start with doubling what you're drinking right now. So the first step is to track how much am I drinking? If you don't know, you can't double it. So track how much water you're getting in, and then aim to double it in the next week. And just doing that is going to totally enhance your, the way you feel within a week. I do these like 5-day water challenges, and it's amazing to see how people, like, I've had people lose like 3 to 5 pounds in a week. I've had people, I mean, it's water weight, so it's not like, they're losing fat, but it really comes down to, hydration being one of the easiest ways to metabolize fat, to get your body, your skin looking good. It literally is an instant facelift. I always say, like, if you're not drinking water and you're dehydrated, and then you go from there to a week of drinking, a lot of water, is doubling up that water at least, you'll notice a huge difference in the way you feel. Because the number one reason for fatigue is dehydration, believe it or not. And we don't realize how dehydrated we are. I always say, like, if you had to take two things, drink more water, add more fiber to your diet, and see the magic. That's it. Start with that. Start small.
It's so simple. So simple. I love it.
It's also about, like, taking small steps, taking baby steps. Don't overwhelm yourself. One of the things I see most commonly is people go into this all or nothing mode. Like, I'm all in. I'm going to work out 7 days a week. I'm going to eat clean. I'm going to cut out all carbs. No, let's not go crazy. Let's kill the crazy, because that's what the world wants us to do. And that's what these diets and these gimmicks and these programs are. So you'll never see me run like a 7-day or a 21-day fix or anything like that. I'm in it for the long haul. I want you to succeed for the long haul. So my programs are all 90 days, and I want to teach people how to learn and create new habits so that they can keep them for the rest of their life. So take small steps. I always say, ask yourself, can I maintain this? Can I sustain this for the rest of my life before you start a new habit? So if you're going to say, I'm going to work out 7 hours, 7 days a week, like 1 hour every day, can you sustain that for the rest of your life? Do you want that lifestyle? Do you need that? Maybe you just need to work out 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Maybe you need to do a half hour every day. What is it that you can sustain? That's the big question.
I love that. Just as, like, I say to entrepreneurs, how do you want to work? It's kind of the same thing, right? Like, how do you want to work out? Like, what's your dream workout schedule? And you can't say 100%. Nothing, guys. You can't say nothing, but but it's like, it literally, what motivates me is how you feel at the end of it. And I think that's a great one for me anyway. So, but thanks, Chitra. This has been awesome. I knew this was going to be a great episode. And for everyone tuning in, it's so great to see you. What are you working on right now? Like, what's going on in your world?
So the latest thing that I have right now is I'm launching a podcast. And that's exciting. Yeah, it's so exciting. And again, it's like, like all of us, I feel that hesitation of, like, do I need to put this out there? Do people really want to hear this? But, that mind chatter that goes on, the itty bitty shitty committee in your head. So, but I'm fighting through that, and I've recorded a couple of episodes already. So I'm hoping to get that out there by the end of the month or beginning of April. And then, I just really love every day just showing up for my clients and making sure that they have all the tools, the inspiration, the knowledge that they need to get to their results, and to me, it's more about speeding up your metabolism, helping you burn fat so that you have the tools for the rest of your life. And it's not that, okay, I'm going through menopause now, or, I just had a baby, so things have changed in my body. But, finding systems that work through all of those stages and phases of our lives. So focusing on metabolism, how to speed it, how to, jumpstart that metabolism, how to burn fat more efficiently. So my motto is always turn your body into a lean, mean, fat burning machine, LMFM.
I love
so that's what we do. Yeah. So that's really,
awesome.
That's how I do it. And everything's virtual now. So I have people from, all over the country, all over the world showing up, and it's fun. It's fun to meet so many new people from all over the world and connect with them and get to know them and be a part of their fitness journey.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much, Chitra. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. And if anyone wants to get in touch with you, maybe put your website in the comments, or what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, so I'm most active on Instagram, Fit Warrior Chitra, or my website is fitwarriorlife.com. And I'll post it in the comments. Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. I love what you're doing and how you're tying in wellness for wealth, because when we're well, we can get to wealthy much easier.
100%. And thanks. It's been so fun. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.